Could be the shortest presenting job in NFL history. Welcome to all of you for what should be a great day. We've got a great show for you until 4 o'clock today. Where are the Dolphins fans? Just listen to the Dolphins. Good stuff. Got the Marx brothers coming on stage later. Mark Duper, Mark Clayton. Guy who wore number 13, Dan Marino. Heard of him? What about Jets fans? Did we let any in? Well done, you can spell. We've got Wayne Quebec coming out later, Curtis Martin, a couple of Jets legends for you. Both teams will be here as well today. This is going to be fantastic. I'm so excited. This is always one of my favourite days of the year. I'm as excited as a defensive back facing Colin Kaepernick. It's true. It's true. 49ers fans not happy. Sorry. I went too early on the Kaepernick jokes, didn't I? I've got another 3.5 hours yet. Should have saved it. I've got plenty more. Plenty more. A couple of things just to let you know. Obviously, you can get all of your merchandise around the Trafalgar Square today. We want you to get involved as well, so you can send us tweets. We're going to read them out today. I've got a little monitor this year. I've got a little telly here. Is that how I look on TV? Scary, scary. So we want you to get involved. So tweet us, hashtag NFL UK. You can get involved with that. You've also got a chance to win a prize today. So if you download the mobile phone app, so if you go to nfluk.com/fan mobile pass, you can win a ticket to any game in America in week 12. All right, so very nice. So that's nfluk.com/fan mobile pass. See you all on your phones now. That's it. Remember the game tomorrow, BBC 2:30 kickoff. So it should be a great one there. A couple of other things to mention. I've mentioned the shop. This is very important. We want you to get involved with this today. So the NFL this year has sponsored Walking with the Wounded, a great charity that helps veterans who've helped all of us, of course. So we want you to get involved, absolutely. They deserve a round of applause. So we've got 6 soldiers. They're walking all across Great Britain, 1,000 miles. So you can get involved by going to nfluk.com/support the walk. And we've got some prizes as well for you later, for those of you who donate to that. Dan Marino joined the walk this week. He was with Prince Harry, which was great to see. And I'm going to have a co-host this year, and he was on the walk as well this year. So there are great partnerships in the NFL. Joe Montana to Jerry Rice. I'm making it up to the 49ers fans now. Dan Marino to Mark Clayton. So we thought we'd bring you a partnership this year because basically it's 4 hours is a long time for me to talk on my own. You don't want to hear that. So our co-host this year played 12 seasons in the NFL. He was born right here in London. He does have 2 more Super Bowl rings than I do, but apart from that, you know, we're both Brits covering the NFL. He had a great career with the New York Giants, and he was here playing for the Atlanta Falcons. Please welcome Osi Umenyiora.
All right.
Watch the step.
Gonna learn today.
Good job, man.
Good. How you guys doing, man? Where the Giants fans at, man? Where the Giants fans at? You got like Atlanta Falcons, Jets, New York Jets. Miami Dolphins? Where you guys at? Oh, the Dolphins are out here.
And all you Dolphins and Jets fans, just to know, there's a Patriots guy right in the front here if you want him. If you need to know where he is. What about Bears fans? We got any Bears fans? Jimmy Clausen and John Fox.
I got one.
Recipe for first round draft pick.
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Steelers fans.
I thought they traveled. What's going on?
They travel when they're playing here. So you played 2 times here. What do you make of all of this, Osi?
This is ridiculous, man. I can't imagine. Look how big this is now. I mean, when we first came out here, there was nobody here. Last year, there was a lot of people, and now the entire London is out here. This is excellent.
So we're all having a party here ahead of the game. In 2007, the only guys partying were you and your teammates.
Yeah, and we did a lot of that the whole week.
And
don't even remember the game.
And still got the win. Still got the win. You're looking forward to the game tomorrow? First of 3 we've got here this year.
Can't wait. Big game, divisional matchup. It's going to be huge. Can't wait for Sunday. Let's get it on.
You might want to play again by the end of today, I think.
My head in the dirt, man. Come on, man. You guys need a pass rusher anyway.
See, he's got jokes as well. We like it. All right, let's get our first guests out then. We've got special guests all through the day for you. We said we've got the teams appearing as well. The New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins will be on this stage. But we want to start with a couple of Dolphins. Our first guest, he played from '93 with the Dolphins. He was a first-round draft pick. He had over 400 catches. Dan Marino called him the toughest receiver he ever played with. Please welcome O.J. McDuffie.
O.J. McDuffie.
Okay, joining OC on stage, again, another legend of the Miami Dolphins, 4-time Pro Bowler, 3 All-Pro appearances, and he won a Super Bowl with OC at the end of his career. Please welcome former Dolphins cornerback, Sam Madison.
Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam.
What's up?
Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam.
Sam, welcome to London.
Thank you very much. Happy to be here.
All right, guys, what do you think of this? What do you make of Trafalgar Square and all these British NFL fans?
Awesome. And I see my man TD in the back there. Dolphin Nation, what's up?
Fans in the house, everywhere. Love it.
Wow.
We represent OC, you didn't know?
I had
I
no
thought
clue.
you knew
I had
OC.
no clue.
Come on, man. Everywhere.
And OJ, this is a big game, as OC mentioned, a divisional game, and we're going to show you throughout today various videos and clips. This has been a tremendous rivalry. And tomorrow will be the 100th meeting between the Jets and the Dolphins. You played in a lot of those, quite some games really over the years.
Quite a few, and all very good games. As you all know, 100 times it's going to be tomorrow. We played against each other. And to be honest, we hate the Jets hate us. It's going to make it for a great game.
There's no other way to tell it, right? I mean, if you hate someone, you tell them.
Yep.
That's the only way to tell it, because he's telling the truth. And it's going to be some very tough, it's always been tough matchups, and this 100 matchup is not going to be any different, even if it was in the States. Just because it's across the pond, it doesn't matter. It's still going to be a tough football game.
Uncle Sam. Now, this is Uncle Sam, if you guys don't know. Anyway, I got a question for you, man. And this
Okay,
is a
go
little bit
ahead.
off topic, all right?
All right.
4-time Pro Bowler with the Miami Dolphins.
Yep.
Multi-millionaire. Would you trade all that for that one Super Bowl ring you won with the New York Giants?
You know what, OC? You know, with the experience that we had, and I had opportunity to play in the first inaugural game here in London in Wembley Stadium, and I played against my former team,
Yep.
the Miami Dolphins. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah!
Sam, I think we got a picture of you. We got that picture of Sam Madison playing at Wembley Stadium. We got that? We got a picture of you, I think, out in the rain. It was quite a night, wasn't it?
It was quite a night, and when we got out there, you know, we had an opportunity to take a team photo on the football field, and guys came out there. We just ran around and, you know, didn't really think of anything about it, but I just remember the first play of the game. I played right corner, and they ran the ball to the left, probably OC side, and he didn't want to make that tackle, and the guy ended up getting like 12 yards. And I'm running to the sideline. I tried to stop, and the pitch, right?
Pitch, correct.
Pitch. It wasn't in football condition, and I just ended up sliding all the way out of bounds, and I was like, guys, y'all better be ready, because this is going to turn up muddy. And it definitely was a muddy, physical football game. But what else do you expect? The Giants and the Dolphins have an opportunity to come to London and play in the first game. It was a really awesome experience for us.
OJ, we talk about your career with the Miami Dolphins. What was it like as a first-round draft pick? You come in, there's expectations with that anyway, but you walk into the locker room, and there's number 13, Dan Marino.
And I tell you what, as a wide receiver in college, you dream about playing for a great quarterback or playing with a great quarterback. And to be blessed to play with Dan Marino our rookie season, I mean, it was like a dream come true. I was at Penn State, and all we did was run the ball. All we did was run. Now I finally got a chance to play with a team that likes to throw it around the yard. So it was like you were in awe. You know, you got a guy in college a lot of times, and OC and Sam will attest to this, and we play like Madden on the video game system, and we playing with guys like Marino and Irvin Fryer, and, you know, and Mark Ingram, guys like that. And then when you're in the same locker room with them, you're like, wow, you know, you figured you made it. But that's only the beginning once you get in that locker room, because you got to put it in. You got to put that work in order to get the respect. You know, in order to get the time on the football field, in order to get the opportunities. But seeing Danny for the first time, man, I mean, look, you got a guy in Dan Marino that sold isotoner gloves in Miami. You know, this guy is selling winter gloves in Miami. So this man was the man.
Is that big?
That big.
It's like gloves. Just gloves.
Gloves.
All right, that's all we need. You almost must have felt like apologising to him when you picked him off in practice for the first time.
Well, it wasn't often. It wasn't often.
But it wasn't.
And you let him tell the story. He used me like a credit card. That's what he was saying. But, you know, having an opportunity to play with OJ and against him in practice and Dan Marino, because they always had that timing together, it made us better. And yet still it made me better because I knew the timing of different routes, wide receivers and quarterbacks coming out of their break, because I saw it time and time every single day in practice. So when I got an opportunity to go against those other quarterbacks and wide receiver tandem, it was easy for us. And to have that same mentality, to be able to go from Miami to New York and be able to take that experience that I had, not only to my defensive back, but to those other wide receivers. I remember the first day I went to New York and we had a scrimmage, and Eli came out, he threw the ball, and the first play ever thrown, I take it back for a touchdown. We started celebrating. So it was one of those things where, you know, just letting him know, like, guys, you have to be on time or it's going to be a situation where it's going to turn bad for us.
Obviously, what was it like, and maybe both of you actually can answer it, because you played in New York and then you went to play in Atlanta. You played in Miami and then went to play in New York. What's it like playing in New York? What do these Jets put up with day in and day out? Is there a lot of attention?
Oh, attention isn't the word. Playing in New York is like nothing else in the world. It is the biggest media market, similar to what we're going to create here in London. But it's a big media market, and the pressure is really on you. But if you can survive in New York, you can survive anywhere.
Definitely, you definitely can survive. And I had already, like you said, leave from Miami and go to New York, where, you know, our market is really tough on us because everybody in that fan base down there, you know, they're a little bit from every corners of the world, and yet still you have guys that are on radio and television that's not really from Miami, so they poke at you a whole lot, so you knew that you had to go out and you had to perform. So for me to leave Miami, I understood that. Going into a large media source like New York, I knew that I had to back up that trash talk that I did on a regular basis.
It's the same thing, though. It's the same thing because everybody in Miami is from New York anyway. So it's the same thing. Don't worry. Quick question for you guys, though, both of you. I mean, everybody out here wants to get inside our minds, get under the helmet. So can you tell me what your favorite off-the-field memory was?
My favorite off-the-field memory,
could be anything.
You know, the way that Miami really was, you know, when I came down there and had an opportunity to go in that locker room, and OJ talked about it as well, when you walk into that locker room, understanding and knowing who Dan Marino is, and all of a sudden, I was a second-round draft pick, I'm sitting there, I'm like, man, Dan's not going to know who I am when I walk in there. Just understanding who he is and what he did off of the football field and gave us that experience to know that we had to give back to the community. You know, OC, once I came to New York, you know, I continued to do community service. It was because of Dan Marino instilling that in us and making us understand, guys, it's bigger than football. Yes, we're on a large platform, but yet still we have to be able to give back and go into the community and give that support. That was one of the things that I really remember Dan Marino talking to us, making sure that we understood exactly what we had to do on the football field, but making sure we did it off of the football.
All right, almost out of time. Sorry, OJ. I just wanted to get your opinion just on the Miami receivers, just as we wrap up here, because Jarvis Landry's been outstanding in the first 3 games. Your thoughts on Miami's receivers?
We've got a great group of receivers. You know, we haven't even opened up a couple of guys that we want to get going, but Jarvis Landry's been outstanding. You know, we talk about my record of 90 receptions in a season being a Miami Dolphins record. I think Jarvis Landry's going to obliterate that this year. He's averaging about 8 catches a game right now through 3 games, wow. And he's Ryan Tannehill's favorite target. Rashard Matthews, another solid wide receiver that we have. And I think this week, Jet fans, we're going to bust open Devontae Parker on you guys. Devontae Parker time. You know, we've been giving him more and more playing time. I look for him to be have a big impact on the game tomorrow.
All right, so we got you started with a couple of great guests. We've got lots more coming your way today. Please give it up for OJ McDuffie
and Sam
Madison.
Give it up. Finest in Miami. Best in Miami's history.
All right. Now we've got to get you off the stage because we've got dancers coming on. I don't want you doing any dancing.
Can I stay for the dancers?
Too early.
Can I
you
look
can
at the
join
dancers?
in just at the back.
Let's do it.
As long as you're good. All right, ladies and gents, our first act for you today. Please welcome Twist and Pulse. You gotta go.
Hello? Basically, right, this was going to happen. I'm going to dance, he's going to dance, done, sorted.
Twist and Pulse.
Hey, switch.
Ready on the head now. Tell these bitches trying to pull out their head in it. Me and my son got a problem. Shoot off my mouth until the nigga got a problem. Let's get it, girl, let's get it, girl, let's get it poppin'. Tell me how you feel.
Open up my face, them wish them could have jumping up my face. So special, so special, so special. That's why I'm shopping up all the fire station where I bring it to me.
Chicky, chicky.
Twist and Pulse.
I switch. I say I switch.
Come here, rude boy, boy, can you get it? Come here, rude boy, boy, is you big enough?
Just give me the line. Take that thing, miss, shake that thing, yo. Annabella, shake, shake, shake. Little girl, the body, run them, got the body, body.
I've been wandering around.
of my heart, I know the pain so deep, but I know my fate, and I'll get through this. Don't be shy, touch my mom, this is love. Don't be shy. I remember those days when hell was my home. Hello, hello.